Hello everyone, welcome back to more Subnautica Below Zero in the comfy apartment in my messy base in my dangerous home place. So we're back. Remember guys to press F8 to report bugs and give feedback, very important. And also do not cry over the penguins in the bioreactor, smile because they are able to give me power. What else do I need to say before we start? No idea. Anyways, today I will be heading towards the next architect body cache, and those two are probably close enough to each other that I can go to them at the same run. However, the main issue right now is that I need to prepare some things before I leave. My sea truck has all the necessary equipment for me to, well, travel around and make stuff. The only problem is that it can't really do as much as my prawn suit, so I don't know which to take. Prawn suit is better for like just checking out an area, but I kind of need to be able to. I really wish I could use both, but I can't currently. So for the moment, I guess I will grab some resources just so that I can dive in, and I'll head out with the prawn suit. Get some early visions of the area. Quickly before I set off, I need to check that my quantum locker is empty, because if it isn't, I need to empty it. It's empty. Okay, great. Sweet. Quantum locker is just nice to have extra storage, which I will probably need. Right, and I should probably just repair this thing. Make sure it's on full health so that most animals will not be able to one-shot me. Especially in this game, I doubt there are any animals capable of one-shotting a prawn suit, considering it's supposed to be the ultimate vehicle. Alright, it seems that that one is too far below, so I'll head to the PK8 first. Then I can scout out the area. Let's see, did I seem to have ran parallel with the ship. However, there are scraps here that I can use. Assuming it's safe. Sea truck fabricator module. Aquarium module, ooh. And PDA.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Just gonna do this. Let's see. Control room rapid depressurization. 2 well team and electrical. By getting closer, I know the control room will change the process of base building. It contains all the information you need in a singular place. Energy delegation for low sunlight areas, build layout, structural information, etc. Or leaps and bounds away from V1, which literally just roll to the bottom of the ocean, even on flat ground. Rapid implosion is supposed to be painless. I hope that's true. Definitely a better way to go than the electrical fire in V5.7. Or way to go, super unfortunate radio call to overhead. Jasmine was the latest worker that volunteered to test the control room for hazard pay, of course. She was on the radio examining some information panels when she experienced a rapid depressurization due to a hull breach. Apparently the panels were welded poorly and blew a hole in the wall, so no hazard pay for her. Or anyone else for that matter. At least she didn't suffer. This next build should have all the kings iron. Okay, I don't think that's good. Is this work on the sea truck, or... I mean, either it was work on the sea truck or they were working from a sea truck. However, the sea truck seems to have exploded as well, so... Oh! Sweet, I got the tech for the control room. That's definitely what I want after reading that log. It should just grab all the lithium so that I hopefully will have enough for anything I would make further on. Now, let's see, the control room. What? I believe there is supposed to be one for the, let's see, research. No. Tech. Habitat installations. Control room. The control room is an essential part of outpost engineering created in response to environments with limited energy generation options. Centrally located 3D console provides an overview of current base layout. Interactive projections toggle power in individual rooms for finite energy control. Detailed wall-mounted display audits and discloses hull stability and energy consumption. Customizing station controls identifying base details including name and exterior colors. Atomic clock reports pinpoint accurate local time. Everything except for like the name and color seems pretty redundant. I'm producing way more power than I'll ever need, and if I'll need more power, I'll set up or hydrothermic generators. Wait, hydrothermic generators? What were they called again? Power. Thermal plants. These guys. There's a lot of thermal power around me. I will never need to shut down power. I could potentially need to shut down areas to stop leakage, but that should be in extreme situations and should not be required most of the time. Not to mention that's not part of the building even, so I don't really need it. Right, let's see. We're still in the same area, it's just ascending deeper. But now it seems to be changing and... oh, what's this?
Significant geothermal activity detected below. Beware of high pressure and temperatures.
Would you look at this? Another piece of mercury too. And a deep area. Now this seems to just be a side of the wing and no actual area inside to enter. Now what about this thermal activity area? Is this at all related to artifact PK8? Possibly. Okay, we have gel sacks, another biome which is filled with more grass. Interesting. And this place is ascending deeper.
Warning. Passing
Docking
100
module.
meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Docking module? As the most user-requested sea truck edition, the docking module provides capacity to attach one standard broadsuit to the sea truck. Excellent. Right, time to find the rest of those. And we are at an area that he didn't seem to tell me about. Found a different artifact region, not PK8, but something. Excavating something. The architect artifact. Fossil excavator. Based on analysis, it is speculated that this artifact is an archaeological tool for finding and excavating fossil remnants. The main body of the equipment is housed between two glide rails. The excavator emits a sonar pulse that gathers data underground beneath it. When it bounces back with a possible fossilized object, it begins the excavation process. As the lasers emit from the arms, slowly removes micro layers of material. Once the fossil is revealed, the same carefully calibrated lasers are utilized to break loose materials while preserving the fossil underneath. Fossils can be analyzed using carbon dating and other methods to understand what the environmental makeup might have been millions of years ago, which can be compared to current data to look for trends. Interesting fact, we cannot use carbon dating for anything past the 1940s due to atomic bombs. Fun fact. Sorry, featherfish. Right, another one. If I find enough docking module fragments, I'll just find architect artifact PK8 and head back and make it. Just being able to travel around with both the sea truck and suit, so necessary. However, this place does not seem to lead me to the artifact, but to the artifact I was looking for. It leads me to someplace else. Someplace crystalline. Someplace filled with kyanite. Well, well. Did the guy mention... Wait, didn't he mention that his readings were jumbled by crystal growth or something? Could this be the place that he was talking about? I mean, I don't have the rest of the body, so I won't be able to do stuff anyways, but still. I might have found the way to the place I will be supposed to go at a later point. And would you look at this? Alterra clearly were here, considering all the equipment, unless something else dragged the equipment down here, but I don't really get why that would happen. Let's see, plenty of ribbon plants, plenty of large crystals, a limited amount of kyanite, unfortunately. I'll have to check how much I need to upgrade both the C-track and the prawn suit. Let's see, there were at least 2 samples I think I saw. Ah, there's another one. Let's see here, blueprints. What was the cost of these upgrades? The next step upgrade is 1 kyanite for a prawn suit and 2 nickel ore, which I haven't found yet. Probably also down here. And then 2 kyanite for the C-track. So, yeah. I have enough kyanite for these 2 things, and I just need the nickel, which I will check somewhat onwards to look for, but I will also try to not risk my life. So, I have a feeling this place isn't completely empty. Considering, you know, the lava castle with the sea dragon Leviathan. Also, I have to try to watch out for these puncher bags.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Wait, what? Scanning? Oh yeah, I can scan the large crystal formations. Large Morganite formation. Morganite is a rare variety of beryl, a durable mineral consisting of a beryllium aluminum silicate. Its striking purple coloration is an indication that trace amounts of manganese were present during formation. Fascinating. Love science. Love chemistry. Simple as. Never tried to study biology. Don't think I ever will. I messed that all up.
Proceed with caution. A Leviathan-class creature is near.
Well, seems I was right. This place is dangerous. This place is dangerous, and I will not leave my... Holy fuck! A fuck? Run. Go away! Go away! Go away! Leave me alone! Okay, Ooh. Is it worth looking for the nickel with that guy around? I think so. Did about 21 damage. Scary, but not overly harmful. So if I hopefully would reach maybe a bit more open area where I could potentially not get caught with my pants down, that would be swell. Also, if I try to look around for stuff. I also realize now that my biggest risk might be the fact that I might get lost down there. Oh well, I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm not gonna be fine. Right, this is safe enough. Right, I'm done with the propulsion arms. There's magnetite down there, might as well grab that. Yeah, this crystal moss seems to be a bit too tight for them to enter. Hopefully. More kyanite. I haven't seen any nickel sample all around, which might mean that it's only found in large clusters. Though I haven't seen any of those either. Crystal. Okay, another pin segment, let's go in there. Anywhere where I believe I might be... Also, oh, I'm a bit too deep, I'll have to be careful with that. But that also means that nickel should be found somewhere. Either down here or somewhere else where I simply have forgot to explore. Because otherwise I will not be able to go any deeper. And this is probably not the deepest part of the game. Right, let's see. More kyanite. Oh yeah, no. It certainly goes deeper. Yeah, those two outcrops, one of them is copper, both of them are copper. It's not... Stick to the stuff I know. Well, these outcrops, I mean, they are Galene outcrops, so I should perhaps just crack them open. Also, I need to be careful so that I don't overfill my prawn suit and don't get eaten while I'm outside it. Let's see, I think I saw it over there. Right, let's see. Another copper. Torpedo arm. Okay, I'm done. That one. Should have realized since it went so quick. There's a small dip here. But nothing down here, seemingly. No nickel samples, no nickel outcrops. No, that's not a diamond, that's just quartz and stone. Shouldn't The only way it can be deeper than this, if it even is in the setup to begin with, is if it's in a that I can just pick up. Because I doubt the game expects me to jump deep enough to break my prawn suit to mine some. Still, I'm being quite unlucky with it so far. Doesn't seem to be any, actually. There's something, probably not, How? I'm starting to regret going so far in. It was low chances of actually getting out previously, there's even lower chances now. I'm near my crush depth.
The crystals in this environment are confusing my senses, and yet I feel certain there is something important below. A facility or a body component. Perhaps both. I cannot tell.
Well, as Alan said, there's probably something in this region. But That important mineral I cannot delve deeper. Let's see, what's this? Ah yes, it has the pit going deeper. Silver? Silver salt. It said silver, but that wasn't what I was hoping it was. There doesn't seem to be anything here. The body cache is that direction, so I guess that's where I'll go. And there's that creature. I have been spotted. And I am too deep. Up. Up. Be gone. Right, I'm staying clear of that pit. It's too deep. Doubt there's going to be anything importance there. Well, definitely something important, but not nickel. And right now, that's my main concern. That and getting out alive. It's a tad bit disappointing, but I have a feeling there is nothing. There's no nickel here. Which kinda makes sense. In the previous game you found the nickel in the bone zone, whereas you found the kyanite in the lava zone. So I have a feeling they will not be at the same spot. Which means I should just grab as much kyanite as I can fit, in case it's useful for other stuff than just the death upgrades. Let's see. Architect PK8 and body cache. You know, I'm lost. This isn't great. Right. It goes up here. So I'm going to hope that that means there's a way out there. There's a kyanite sample underneath the rock there. Impossible to reach from the mech. Yep, okay. There is an ascent here. Whether it's the one I came down or not, hard to tell at this point. That's fine. Lithium, the Leviathan. Right, so this is definitely not a place I will be entering with my sea truck anytime soon. So even though the prawn suit survived a big hit, I somehow doubt the sea truck will. Yep, this seems to be about where I entered. Which means I just now need to find a way over to the architect. Cache. No, not the cache, the architect. The architect, artifact, too close to each other. 3-. Get a better name. That was the wrong way. Now how do I even leave this pit? Probably over here. And here we are. Perfect. Final docking module fragment.
See fluid intake.
I don't need to. I'll just find the artifact a bit and go back to base. No ifs and or buts. Alright. Strange fish. Ooh. Will this bring me almost straight down into it? Yes, but it will also take me past. I can only assume... Yep, that is the Leviathan. Go away, go away. Hey, you cheeky bugger, you're trying to kill me. Wait. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where the architect artifact was pointing to. Let's see. Scanning the walls for minerals. We have rubies, lithium. I'm going to grab the rubies. And then I'm going to head deeper. So it... Well, it is certainly deep. And what is it? A power plant? Yes.
Warning, passing 200 meters.
Architect artifact.
Efficiency greatly decreased.
Ground sampler. This alien artifact appears to be programmed Sea-Truck teleportation module. This
technology acquired.
This alien artifact appears to be a programmable robot that collects and analyzes samples of source and rock, and scans indicate the presence of equipment closely analogous to a human-built laser and spectrograph analysis equipment. What do you mean teleportation? Blueprints, hang on. Sea-Truck teleportation module. Okay, I'm going to need to actually drink.
Vital signs stabilizing.
The teleportation module, that provides a teleportation destination pairing for the tether tool. Does the tether tool does? Teleports to a nearby Sea-Truck teleportation module. Interesting. Probably something I will make, but also might... Actually, it can be incredibly useful if I am about to drown. So yes, I am making it, but that's a strange thing. And also, am I going to leave this pit alive? Sea-Truck is over there. Follow the channels up until this point, and then we'll leave. What is this? Quarry module. This is not the place to bring it. This is the last place to bring an aquarium module. Strange fish. That's an iceberg. I see. But get up alive. That's always the important part. Okay, so now I have... The docking module has to be at the end, there's no doubt about that, so... Well, I guess that these will probably be the two final modules I make. The teleportation module and the docking module. So many noisy animals. Whoop. These guys really hate me. How mean and unnecessary. I have done nothing except for killing one of them. There's no need to be so rude.
I have
Okay.
detected an energy signature of some strength.
I just got home.
I am not sure what it is for.
Go ahead and share it. Can't hurt.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
N6M. Right, PK8 can be removed. Why is the lights flickering? Alright. Going straight here. Depositing those. Because all the nutrients I will need will come straight from my pepper tree. Once I deposit mine. And let's just start making the components I need for these things. The docking module, plasteel. The teleportation module, plasteel. I have yet to get the stuff for this, which, unless I can make that at the regular fabricator, which I doubt. Yes, I'll have to go back here for the modification station, so I don't have to think about those. So it's just the teleportation module and the docking module. 2 advanced wiring kits, 2 aerogel, 2 plasteel, 3 leather. Right, let's see here. Titanium bar. I'm missing 1 titanium for the other titanium bar. Go. Second titanium bar. Turn and into second plasteel ingots. It wouldn't surprise me if I had some aerogel already in storage. I at least have the lead I need. The rare minerals, like the copper wire, speedingly rare. Right, I have 1 aerogel. I need a silicon rubber with a tether tool, which I might as well just prepare these for as well. And then 2 titanium. Right, now it was... see, the advanced wiring kit was a... let's see, check a ruby for that, but the advanced wiring kit I believe was just computer chip and a wiring kit, which means I need silver, which... oh. I don't have that. It's not on me, hopefully I'll have it somewhere. Tether tool.
The tether tool facilitates instant travel to a bed Sea-Truck teleportation module. Ion cube required for use.
As in it eats an ion cube, or as in... oh well, it has incredible amounts of charge. I don't know how quickly it will run out. So hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. Still, I do not have any silver. Come to think of it, last time I played I also ran out of silver. But I have 2 silver here. I have components, so I didn't need to make another aerogel, but I have. Fabricate module. This place should be more or less empty. So, right. Turn off the map. And head down. Actually, not. Let's not head down into the pits. There's enough argentite on the sides of these walls. Should be, at least. Was one of them contains titanium, which is not what I need right now. There's 2 more modules. Silver and titanium. And I also have full inventory. What gives? The nutrient blocks are seldom necessary. Another argentite. This time silver, okay. I kind of wanted to pick up more just in case, but since I can't afford it, I won't. Or since I don't have the room, more like. can afford it, it would cost me another trip, which I don't want to spend. Now, as for room, it should be at least room for another 2 modules. Let's see, wiring kit, advanced wiring kit, advanced wiring kit. Should be it. Which means now it's just time to build them. There we go. Okay, step 1. The first module to be attached, the teleportation module. Was that island hit by lightning? Whoa! Cool. I'll just build both of them now, just stand there watching the weather for a little while. Hey! I like that. That's atmospheric. Strike me, gods! Strike me next! Oh, it seems like it stopped. Oh well. Guess I'll drive these guys to base. No, that was the wrong button. Oh, I thought I could do a barrel roll with it, but I don't think I can do that with the regular tricks either. They kind of try to keep themselves upright. It doesn't make sense, because it would kind of be difficult to walk upside down. Or at least the program for that. Right, teleportation module added. Time. The front suit dock. Maybe the docking module is to allow the docking of 2 different sea tracks. Well, it's not made for that, but maybe that would work. Who knows? It'd be interesting. Ah, come. Right. Beautiful little sea truck. You will have another addition. There we go. It's perfectly. More or less. Ah yes, now I need to enter through a hatch in the roof. Interesting. Well. Fascinating. With this I have a sea trick that I can take more or less anywhere. The only thing that I'm kinda currently missing for it is the depth module, but I didn't find the kyanite for the nickel for it, unfortunately. Next step, empty the prawn suit and prepare for a new delve. Right. A good potential. Nah, you know, I could just bring enough resources to build a new base down there, make a vacation station and do what I need, but it's not worth the hassle, I don't think. You need so many resources to build an entire new base. Let's not drop them in here. Let's drop them in one of the other unnamed chests. One for my iron cubes. I thought about I was just thinking about making more iron batteries, but I don't think I have the well, I certainly don't have the silver for it, and I don't think I have the room really. So no. I'll swap out my batteries on power tools so that I can...
Seek fluid intake.
fill myself up on proper stuff
Vital signs stabilizing.
and refill these batteries. Sweet. Now it's only the laser cutter which hasn't been... There we go. And the power cells are full, of course, because why wouldn't they be? So, on the habitat builder. They seem to be filling not too slowly, so I can just... Actually, no, I don't need to recharge the habitat builder. That thing is not... Can I still use these iron cubes even though they emptied out of charge? Can I still use them for crafting? Because if so... That's pretty good if so. If not, that's a bit annoying. Sorry. Right. Kyanite. Why is there diamonds in the rare minerals chest when I have a specific locker for them? Okay, the shortening of minerals is already starting to confuse me. Alright, let's go. Hook this up to the back side of the sea truck. Oh. There we go. Now, we head back out. However, now my sea track is quite long, which I will need to keep in mind when I drive into the smaller shaft. And also it seems to be quite a bit slower. If I can get the speed upgrade, because this is not going to be outrunning any creatures that want to harm me. Could be annoying. I guess I'm heading towards the pilot's last location. Maybe it would have been better to not have two storage rooms. But at the same time, for the purpose of actually being able to do much stuff in this thing, I kinda need it. I'm getting attacked, that's not good. See, there's back and 6 enemies over there. Let's go to the pilot. The pilot is probably stuck to a height. I don't care about that. I'm going deep. On second thought, it doesn't seem that I can... What was that? And... What the hell? Another bunch of flying islands, it would seem. Oh, I see there a kind of water lily. Lily pad. I need to get a scan on one of those, but preferably with my prawn suit, so I'm not... Hang on. These things look like a smaller version of the massive thing that attacked me out in the depths. Interesting. What the hell? My power dropped. Help. That was temporary. Okay, so these guys seem to have an EMP pulse. Not optimal. Right. Okay, so there. Ooh. Monkeys seem to be building nests down here as well. Ah, piss off. Okay, this place just in general sucks to explore with the sea truck. Oh.
There is a large anomalous mass of rock that has broken away and risen above the surrounding terrain.
Interesting. I'm assuming it's the one I'm coming up on now. Maybe not.
I believe if you search this area, you can find a component to help build my body.
Build my body. Well, the body cache is supposed to be straight down. I didn't find the pilot, so I might as well just go. Didn't take any path that made sense, but I might end up where I'm supposed to. Right, is that an aggressive thing? Probably, but hopefully too small to harm me.
I strongly sense my people's technology nearby. A body component is near.
I would hope so. It does seem like I'm reaching a point where I will not be able to descend further with my sea truck. However, hopefully this is a more or less safe region. This it seems to kind of be. Re-equip the repair tool and let's get fixing.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, all of them has most likely been attacked by something. Right, proto time. Let's see, these are flowering spore. I wanted to scan them. Flowering spore, a floating spore emitted by the grand cotton anemone. Or is slightly more buoyant than water and floats suspended in its biome and carried along by ocean currents. When the spore brushes against an acceptable surface, the spore breaks open and a seed latches on in hopes of growing. Harvest for use in advanced material construction. Benzene! What am I going to use benzene for? Well, guess I'll grab it. Oh, this is a cotton anemone. More sample used in advanced construction. Hydrochloric acid, no doubt. Oh shit, I'm running out of oxygen.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Ooh, look at this. Large ones. Like scan these. Grand cotton anemone! Let go, you ass! Damn those. Let's see, grand cotton anemone, where did that go? Close the Altera tab, it's useless. And the alien data, I have read all of them. And the geological ones, because that's not interesting. Exploitable? Nah. Grand cotton anemone, one of the largest multicellular organisms in this sector of 4546b. The grand cotton anemone is hard to miss. The species propagates by emitting a steady flow of spermatozoa, reminiscent of flower pollen, that are forced out its opening as a result of gas exchange. Periodically, a large egg is expelled. Once fertilized, the egg develops into a granular larva which shifts through the local environment before establishing itself on the ocean floor. These animals? Actually, hang on. Anemone. I don't think that might be an animal technically. Not entirely certain. However, what I do know is describing these as eggs seems weird. Still might be the case. Alright, here we are. Where is the architect? Deeper in. This is the land, presumably. Yeah, should just grab as much of these as I can. Probably quite useful for benzene, which might be quite useful for other stuff. Although at this point I am not entirely certain what it's used for. Still, you have made this important, and just one moment. There we go. Uranium. Fish. Alright, let's see. I need to find the way down to the architect body cache. Rubies. Copper. This could potentially be one of the regions where I find the nickel I am looking for. It would be nice if that was the case. Nope. Ooh, yep, that's nickel. I recognize the look of that material from the first game. Which means I just need to keep looking. There were... Ah, yes, these guys were around, so I just need to follow those to find the way down. I'm not gonna pick up more diamonds, I really don't need it. Nope. Let's see, yeah. Hang on. Did I have a recipe for hydrochloric acid? Yes, that's what I needed the young cotton anemone for. As I kind of assumed. And so in that case I should probably just prepare a whole bunch of it while I'm still down here, since using 3 per makes it quite an annoying resource to have to keep in storage. Let's scan this thing. The loop plant. Oh, fuck you! Get away from me! Oh, Jesus Christ.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This terrestrial plant features 2 thick red stalks that intertwine around a centralized green bulb. A series of thin yellow rings screw around the bulb in a decentralized orbit. I hope this is actually killing it. It doesn't seem to be. Oh well. Wah! They pop. Ah, look, one of those shark things. The architect hashes it that way, which means I need to get past the shark, preferably unzapped. And then I need to find the nickel. Yeah, diamonds, but no useful resources, just diamond. Let me in. Wow. You're telling me I can't go in? But kind of makes sense. Oh, that's a nice place. Oh, look, it's these things from the first game. The ancient ornamental plant. Molecular scans point to an incredibly slow cell metabolism, which is backed up by carbon dating. The plant cell appears to be engaged in a process known as transdifferentiation. This process alters the state of cells and transforms them to a new cell type over time. Through this process, the plant continuously replaces any biological material, allowing it to potentially live for incredibly long periods of time. The carefully regulated structure of this plant's cellular biology and the intentional nature of its display, amongst other alien artifacts, suggests that the architects designed and cultivated this plant for some kind of aesthetic or cultural purpose that we can only speculate about. Another one of these statues. Is there anything else I can scan beside the skeleton? No? Guess I'll have to return to the skeleton then. Almost just walked over it. Architect component. New blueprint.
Is fairly dense, able to handle heavy forces. A
Yes.
good frame for my new form.
Are you okay, Alan?
It is not often that I gaze upon the form of a fool.
Yum yum yum.
Is this place another sort of sanctuary? It's peaceful. Beautiful, even.
As the bacterium spread, the continuation of life became uncertain. This is a place to reflect.
I think I understand.
I don't. No reflection. Right. An architectural skeletal structure. A dense synthetic skeletal structure made from unknown alien components. It is estimated that the skeletal material would score a 10 on the most test for material hardness. It is highly resistant to shattering due to its incredibly strong impact strength. What 10 on most scale is that? Diamond level? A big diamond is about a 10 on that scale. Now let's see, what's the skeleton costing? A skeleton costs polyaniline, 3 diamonds and plastic ingot. I don't know if I found root pustules, but that's one of the later things I need for this thing. The architect organs is the last thing. Question is where I'm going to find those. Possibly at the bottom of the place I somewhat explored. Ah, the plant is evolving. It's placing nickel around to lure me into the jaws of its wretched face. I haven't found a use for benzene though. Alright, so. Wow! Ah, pesh. Free me, free me, free me. You think you can run? I'm going to scan you. Scan your deceased corpse. There is no running. Oi, come back. You cannot run. You're doomed. Just die already. Nice. It deserved it. The squid shark. This a Leviathan class predator at the smaller end of the scale, with complex squid-like adaptations which allow it to hunt a wide range of prey. Expelled swallowed seawater prevents on either side of its body, providing slow and steady jet propulsion or terrifying bursts of speed. An internal jaw can be extended and clamped down around small prey, dragging them inside the mouth hole. 2 blue electrified tentacles drag beneath its body, used to perform hit-and-run attacks on larger, slower targets, subduing them over time. Assessment: avoid or murder. I choose selected. Sometime. Most of the time I have no choice but to run. Like in the Sea Trek, because the Sea Trek can't attack. I should just lift as much nickel as I can, and wish I had salt so that I could actually just, you know, make the hydrochloric acid. Benzene just reduce the benzene, but the hydrochloric acid I need salt as well, which means I need to just grab a bunch of the young cotton and ammonia. Which is slightly annoying, but what choice do I have? Right, I also need to find the root pustules, but I'm assuming that either I was supposed to have already found those, or it's just something I'll come across in my many travels. Let's see. Nothing. Okay, let's see. How much of this stuff do I actually have at this point? I have... considering the benzene was about 1, possibly 2. It's 2 and the ribbon plant. Okay, let's get a little bit more just in case. Still, I should have enough for a bunch of benzene. Who knows when I will actually need this stuff again. Just prepare for when I will eventually need tons of it. Right. Now, more nickel. That's not... no. 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 Yes. Don't see anymore immediately. I'm reaching the area of the sea track soon. Is that? Yes, that seems to be nickel. Good, good, that should be enough. Now, otherwise this place seems to be empty. The next artifact is quite a distance away. So, yeah, I seem to be done. And this thing, this floaty thing, I need to explore and scan. Alright, let's see. Hello, Alan.
We have found 2 of the 3 components required for the construction of my corporeal form. This is as close as I have come to autonomy in a long time.
You have such a way with words.
Is that sarcasm?
Yes.
It was. You're learning.
Hopefully, I will not have time to complete my study.
What?
I was wondering, if you can transfer bodies, why was it important to find a cure when you were infected? Couldn't you just make a new body?
As you can see in the components you have scanned thus far, the forms we require combine biological and mechanical parts.
Indeed.
The tissues you have scanned were developed from the DNA of 27 separate alien species.
27? That seems greedy. And wouldn't that mean that anything that infects a body you've manufactured can potentially learn how to infect all those other species?
Yes.
Yes, that is why a cure was imperative.
That's AKA and Obamacare. Right, let's see. Okay, this locker, the uncoded anemone. Since that's using polyaniline, which I'm going to need quite a bit of, I'm going to go grab quite a bit before leaving this. Meanwhile, let's just drain this thing of all the benzene.
Seek fluid intake.
I will not. I kinda don't have a choice, so I guess I will, but not because you're telling me to. Right. Great. Let's see. This locker was the anemone. I need more of that. It's 3x5, so that's 15, 18, 20, 22, 24. Okay. So that's 12 ribbon plants. And it's over here for them. Oh, that's silver. Oh yes, I have the root pustules, good. So I have that. So let's see, I need to make synthetic fibers. I should have the resources back at base. Also, I do believe I have synthetic fibers. I need to make hydrochloric acid for polyaniline, which means I need salt deposits, which I should be able to acquire. A little bit of work.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Now, I need to collect a bunch of the amounts for the salt, hydrochloric acid. I think that's enough, actually. Because that should... I believe that is... Hang on a second. Yeah, I can get seeds, good. So that means if this isn't enough, and if I find one of those plant pots, then I can regrow it. If not, well then I'll hope that this is enough. So that's this place done. I believe I got all the resources I need from here. I have enough to head to the depths, but I would like to know where the final piece is. If the final piece is down in the depths, that's pretty nice, but if it isn't, then I kinda need to find it first. Could just go down, but saving time would mean not going down immediately. Now, pilot's last known position. Let's try to find the pilot. I think we're incurring too much wrath of the local plant life. Let's swim across the top. See if I can see anything interesting. I was also trying to stay clear of these squid sharks or whatever they're called because I don't like those. Oh, careful. Now, these things. Sounds like that. I have no idea where it came from. I need to see. I'll find the pilot of the mech that I have almost forgotten because that was ages ago. Then I'll head out with the prawn suit to scan things, because then I can actually scare off any potential attackers. See, the last known location was here. I'm being attacked. Let's just ascend down here. Look through the caverns, hope I find something. Considering the wildlife, I doubt the pilot would spend too much time in the top side area. Make more sense to look around beneath the cabin walls. However, what makes no sense is for me to drive through this area because it's tight. And it's also impossible to navigate. Great. Well, let's see. Would it maybe be better to scout with the prawn suit? Definitely. But I'm here now. Silver. Need to grab that before I leave this place. Okay, one of these oxygen plants. Ayo. Is that? No, that's a ribbon plant or something like that. I am so lost. Pilot's last known position was up there. I have driven around so much down there that I actually have no idea where I'm at. I have a way. Is that a wreckage? That might be a wreckage. Yep, that's a wreckage. Which is something that's worth scanning potentially, but it's not worth risking my life to get to. Right, again. I have no idea where I went last time, so I don't know where to go this time. I think I went that way. Means the next step to look is down here somewhere. I regret adding the teleportation module. It's so far, I mean, it kind of hasn't had the time to make itself useful. And just driving around in this thing is now a chore. And it's difficult. I keep bumping into everything. Look, I'm trying to move to the side, but I just keep tipping over. I'm so lost. Look, it goes deep. That's back where I came from. I was out of this pit. And I went over there. What? Back through this narrow little... Yes, this is also where I got stuck on the way out, I think. What in the... That's an upgrade. Yeah, I need to definitely check out this place once I am free of its help. Plants. Just need to shake myself free. Alright, let's see it. While it's less known location, more or less dead up. That way is just a giant pit, there's nothing there. Around here there's a bunch of plants in the way, which makes it difficult to drive. There is an oxygen plant here though, which I feel like means there's got to be something. They tend to be in caves just in general. But especially those you can usually be found swimming around them. Let's see that. You know, let's just scan this thing. I'm sure there's nothing above me about to kill me. Ah yes, the ultra high capacity tank. I mean, that's going to be nice. Right. Do these things mean anything? Plants in the wall seem to convene in this direction more or less. They might not mean anything, but they do seem to have a pretty cool color. Let me scan these things. Hive Mind. Interesting name. Let's see. Hive Mind. The Hive Mind are never alone and grow in massive clusters. They are physically connected by a root system which sends out chemical signals in the presence of large predators. This signals activates a chemical reaction within its screen porous membrane, resulting in a visible change of color in its bioluminescence.
Intake recommended.
The action has two effects. The uniform changing color grants the hive mind the appearance of one large interconnected organism. This is a form of camouflage called disruptive coloration, which is confusing to predators. Smaller sea creatures confuse the changing color for sunlight and are drawn towards the cluster. You've been smaller predators, whatever they were called. That was the wrong thing.
Vital signs
Did not
stabilizing.
mean to use the health kit. Still, oh. Is that a grappling? Please tell me that's a grappling hook. I want the grappling. I want the grappling hook for them. I want the grappling hook. Yes. It's so much easier to navigate around with the grappling hook. So I need another one. The hive mind descends deeper and following it might be a terrible idea. Lest I become fodder for the hive mind, but you know, at this point I have no plan to where to go, so might as well.
Didn't I tell you to stay away?
Hey, I found them.
From what? I don't even know who you are.
Marguerite Maida's the name.
Marguerite,
You're on my turf.
I love you.
Can I come in and warm up?
What part of go away do you not understand, Altera?
Look
I'm
this.
not with Altera.
That's what they all say. Next thing you know, I don't know, Altera's breaking down your door, trying to tell you about the Lord and Savior capitalism. How do I get in? Anyone know? Don't mind. Oh, there's a motorboat. Oh, it's occupied, so I doubt I can just waltz in there. Now, pretty brave of you to. Ooh. Last door. A Reaper Leviathan. Fascinating. I wonder where they got that. By the way, this is a reoccurring character from the first game. It's Margaret. One of the people from whatever the name of that ship was that crash landed on the planet first. Which we were sent to go find. One with the rich man and his son and the mercenary they hired in. The mercenary was Margaret. The one that was seen fighting a... I thought it was a Ghost Leviathan, but it might have been a Reaper Leviathan. No, it was a Reaper Leviathan. Come to think of it. Still. Oh, it'd be nice meeting her for the first time. Oh, look at this. Ah, that's not nice. Please leave me alone.
I told you to stay off my land.
I have a gun. Well, no, I
Trained
don't.
that thing?
Next time I'll let him tear you to ribbons, Altera.
Hello.
I'm not with Altera. I'm Robin Ayu. I'm looking for information about my sister Sam.
Oh, yeah.
I think you might have crossed paths.
Bull crap. I suggest you take the time you need to come to your senses and then get off my sea base.
Ooh, that's a blue thing.
If you're not Altera, why don't you disable that damn tracking satellite tower instead of barging into my sea base? Maybe once Altera's off my back, I'll remember something about your sister. There's some junk on that table that might help. I couldn't get it to work.
Oh my god. Is it a parallel processor unit? Oh, I can't follow. Test override module. Test override module, blueprint synthesized. It requires a parallel processing unit, which I haven't researched yet. Box fragment. Don't mind me just stealing your useless garbage. I cannot scan the old tablets. You remember this thing, Alan? Oh, fine. Power pods. Something or other. Is there anything more I can get there? Ah, yes.
That far out to sea, swimming back for land wasn't an option.
What do you mean?
I'd die from exhaustion long before I made it to shore. All I could do was survive long enough to wash up somewhere. I felt a suction, and suddenly there were vast jaws rising out of the water towards me. It had taken hours for the Reaper's corpse to float to the surface. Using the knife, I clambered up her flank and got a perch on top. I figured she'd float for a few days at least, enough for me to catch my breath. But would she sink before or after I died of thirst? I had a knife, a repair tool, and 3 liters of water. At least I wasn't gonna die of exhaustion. Now, those Reapers, they're practically all muscle, but there's some fat in there. I was able to keep warm and drink the water.
Hmm.
And I didn't have much, but I had that repair tool, so I had a spark. It took a week to light that first fire. And I know more about the burning properties of Reaper fat than I ever cared to.
Hmm.
I had to ration fires, but as they burned, I could smoke meat that I carved out of the beast's rib cage.
Wow. Margaret's prawn suit. This standard issue MK3 PRAWN has been manually altered by its owner, exchanging one of its hot swappable wartimes for the mandible of a young cherry carrot. Is that the Leviathan? I think that's Leviathan. The fuck, Margaret? In the range of available high-tech prawn modifications in the non-classified Altera fabrication suit, these customizations appear to be more of a stylistic choice than a functional one. However, the sharp claw arm could certainly be used effectively in a defensive scenario by an experienced pilot. Interesting, interesting. Where's the first one? Ugh.
Seek fluid intake.
Right, so I'm going to need a parallel processing unit before I'm able to get Margaret to trust me. Although, just so that said, I've already finished this questline this thing is heading down, because, or actually I haven't. At the end of the questline you do get to the point that I've already completed, but I have also the Margaret questline I can do because, you know, it's interesting. But the Sam questline is already over. Now, I need a parallel processing unit. The other parts were on the Mercury, which means I might have to find the second half of the Mercury if I am to finish that thing. I also need water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I mean, I have the time, so if I can, let's go steep. Let's leave the sea truck up here by Margaret's base. I'm sure it won't be stolen. We can trust Margaret. So I will just head deep over this thing and see what I can find. If there is anything deeper. No, surely there was a pit, wasn't there? Ah, close enough. Let's see, yeah. Scan, nothing to scan. Ah, there we go. Oh, never mind, this just leads back to the Morganite and the Crystal Caves. So this is an entrance for when I later need to enter that place, but for now, I don't want to go near it. Spy penguin. Proof that Sam must have been here because only Sam produced the spy penguins. Now where did I... Okay, I'm going to take the sea truck and just drive up to, like, a point where I can see the exits before I start walking around with the prawn suits. Alright, let's see. Way out. Pilot's last known position is that way. But I do not remember fully where I entered. So I guess I'll just have to find. What's the deal with these massive roots? I don't believe they're part of the hive mind. So what else could they be part of? And is that a light I missed that might have led me down to Margaret's base? Probably. I've taken quite a bit of damage, it would seem. Right. This is close enough to the surface. First of all, these things. Unscannable. Because of course they are. Hi, monkey. These roots. Lily pad roots. Tangled, dense root structures that occasionally pull chunks of terrain from the seabed, connecting an intertwined network of plant life and suspended rock. Interesting. I want to scan one of these lily pads. Alright, let's see. I was looking for these nests because I need to find the rest of them. Right, let's see. Exosuit thermal reactor. Hell yeah! Where's the other one? The second piece of this capacity tank fragment. Third piece, more like, but still. A piece of the Sea-Trek horsepower upgrades. Hell yeah! I definitely need that. And Margaret got the place loaded with loot. And the fallen lily pad. Eventually mature lily pads die. While a large leaf allows for an effective area of photosynthesis, there are limited nutrients stored in the entangled floating root system. When the mature lily pad runs out of nutrients, it will begin to wither and fall back to the seabed, which begins the cycle anew. Fallen lily pad provides nutrients for young seedlings to grow and provides temporary nutrients for other flora and fauna. Aha. That looks to be an upgrade. This is a thermal reactor module. You're making more noise than necessary, shut up! Right, okay. The exosuit thermal reactor, what will that cost me? It's going to set me back a total of, let's see, the ultra-high capacity tank is just for lithium. Honestly a bit too expensive in my mind, but so be it. The horse track upgrade doesn't say it. Horse track upgrade? Anyways, 2 polyaniline, 2 kyanite and mining kit. I have enough polyaniline. Silver. Where was the silver outcrop? There was a silver outcrop, I remember that now, but where was it? Here. Yes, good, good. I better get almost as much as possible. Okay, 2 ones is not a good start. Another one. Another one? Okay, I have 2. Another one. Another one. And another one. So I got basically as little as you possibly can get, I think. Or I got, to be fair, I got about 1 more than the least amount, but still. Almost as little as possible. Right. Ah, another silver. Good. I can store this in form of wiring kits as well, if I want to take more than I can actually store. That's the nice part about silver. There is a limited amount of things you'll need silver for that aren't mining kits. One of them is of course the iron batteries, so you know you will need quite a bit. But still, this amount of silver should give me a decent boost. If only there were lead deposits like this. Which there probably are, I just have been unfortunate to not find them. Right. I need one more monkey nest with the right thing. That's the... Yeah, I can't really scan too much of this because I need to keep my inventory nice and clean to store all the silver. Did I accidentally drop one? No. There we go. Interesting, a deep pit, which I don't really understand where it could be leading. Horsepower? Afterburner? Oh, no, another one. Okay, let's just dig this one as well, make sure I have plenty of silver for the rest of the game. Well, plenty of silver for the next hour. Need the horsepower upgrade. That's going to be the next thing I look for. The next thing. Once I'm done like getting materials and exploring this pit, I will try to look for the second half of the mercury, so that I can find the parallel processing unit, turn off the sensor array, and get Margaret to trust me. And then we'll see what happens from there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Another one of these? Nope, not needed. There's a lot of monkeys in this area. Ah yes, here we go. Is it the horsepower or the afterburner? That's the horsepower one. Excuse me? It's advanced wiring kit, lubricants and lithium. If I can find the I've been a afterburner upgrade, that would be grand. And also I think I'll look for the mercury in this suit, just because that's both a lot safer and probably a lot quicker. Though I will empty my inventory into the sea truck so that I don't fill it up. Alright, let's see. The inside the floating mass, how are things looking? Grow beds! Fuck yeah. But this is... oh! This is the Omega site!
200 meters.
I forgot about this. Wait, Omega site? Anyways, exterior grow bed, finally. But Omega site? Sea truck log. Have I not listened to these things? Alter maps. Facilities. No. No, this is... oh! I'm stupid. It was the Phi mine. Now I'm in the Omega area. I see, I see. Why is the roof blown out on this thing then? Anyways, I'm going to need ribbon plants, so there we go. Grab a sample of the antenna plant. A sample of this thing. No, doesn't work. Swing charge fins. Okay, that's pretty nice. Omega Lab. Bulkhead. Useful when it's not blown off like this. Right, let's see. Multi-purpose glass, the multi-purpose room glass stone. Okay, cool, cool. Let's see. This thing seems blown to smithereens, not great. A command chair. Right, Altera PDA. Nuclear waste disposal. Okay, I do not need that. Wait, did the nuclear reactor blow? Yes, it did. Interesting. Did I bring any water? Of course I didn't. Anyways, interesting. This place is completely destroyed. Interesting.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yes, yes, I'll be careful. So, what happened here? Why did this
Warning.
place blow up?
Passing 200 meters.
Oh
Oxygen
great, of course I am on
efficiency
the
greatly increased.
I'm on the edge of it. Focus the task revolution. Something I've already gotten, great. Oh, the water protection machine. Brilliant. Altera PDA. The investigation report. No scanning the massive plant in the middle. That's actually a little bit disappointed. I kind of want that. Anyways, let's get. I hope there's some edible plants down in this region or something, because I mean I have more in the seed trap, but I don't really want to have to go back there. Right, vending machine. The coffee machine and the water dispenser. None of which seem to work. Wind thumb. Single bed. That seems to be about it, except for a framed picture. Basic double bed. See, Dr. Daniel Valenti. I'll have to read through all these things afterwards. Right now I need to just hopefully find everything and then get moving to get some water. Daniel's bed. What's the thing on the covers here? A PDA, flirting, on the job. Not good. Aromatherapy lamp, a picture. Oh, it's them two. Sam and Daniela. Framed art.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I think that's it for this place. The living quarters are done. The area there seems done. The nuclear destruction area seems done. Absolutely nothing for me to eat or drink. Disgraceful. I don't know if I can eat the arrow race. That's my seed track. Where did you spawn from? Shoot. quickly. Right, I'll get there in time, but still. But annoying. Okay. I don't know what the afterburner is, but I have a feeling it's kind of if you want to run away, which probably is something I would want, but still. What is it, Alan?
The laboratory appeared to have been sabotaged intentionally. Do you know what it would have been used for?
Looked like maybe bacteriology.
What?
That's what the equipment was for anyway.
Was it?
Before a fire tornado ran through it, or something.
Was a nuclear reactor?
Do you think your sister had something to do with the destruction?
Undoubtedly.
I don't know why she would, but the more I see on this planet, the less I know what to think. Who would want to destroy it?
Me. Okay, no, it was she did it. There's evidence in the file probably, which I have yet to read. Minerals. No, that's time to store in wiring kits. I need to get to the Mercury too and see if they have any water and food on board. Or if there are any edible plants down here in the depths. Components. Wiring kits. Minerals. Metals. I don't have a room for these things. Anyways, over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn that into benzene. I don't know where to find salt deposits. With the photo filtration machine, I mean I can get it, but still. Right, let's see, that one, you get the components as well. Yeah. I filled up, let's do a quick search more before I... Actually, you know what? Let's maybe go above the cave system and look for a new cave. Because although the sea turret might not be able to handle the pressure, the prawn suit should. Now I just need to find a way out. And also this seems to be the aquarium upgrade, which I kind of want. Keep moving, keep moving. Alright, I have the module. Alright, let's see. This is where there's the Delta Station dock. The Delta Station dock should be more or less in line with the first half of Mercury, so the second half should be some... Yeah, surely that must be the second half, right? No. No, this is the first half. I've been here. Shoot. But I mean, in that case, the second half should be more or less perfectly in line, which means it should be this way. Also, this is kind of risky to think of it, because I have limited water and food, and if there's no water or food on the thing, is that the ship part? Yes.
Detecting bow of an astronautical salt transport vessel nearby. Vessel name Mercury 2. Inoperative.
You know, I have a feeling you're correct about that one. This doesn't seem to be all too functional.
Warning. Passing 200 meters.
Chinese potato.
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
I mean, it is food. And some water, but... Oh, green turnian. Green turnians benefit from the lily pad life cycle. They tend to anchor themselves on lily pad roots and therefore lily pads and use the materials as resources, as nutrients, as speech. Definitely bad. Okay, prawn suits. Sealed. Alright, bring out the lid, got it. Ah. See why it was sealed. I am filling myself with nuclear material. A power cell. In general, this is good stuff, but right now it's not what I need. Right now, I need the water. Actually, the power cell isn't really that good stuff anymore. I use iron power cells. Yes. The Mercury 2. I have limited inventory space, which is... it's a big problem. So I didn't empty the inventory of my prawns before I headed out, like an idiot. Right. Fish are a source of food. Alien containment. Finally. Now I can... I don't really have any plans for crossing it, so... Right, I'm done with that part.
Now I just need to build the test override module.
Indeed.
Then I can disable that satellite tower.
Indeed. But before that I need to try to not die. I'm gonna grab some ribbon plants just because, you know, instead to clear out some of the flowery spores in my storage. But I also need to quickly get back to the prawn suit. There should be some...
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I'm just gonna grab
New
these
creature
two.
discovered.
Right, let's see, did that hurt my prawn suit again? Are these edible? Yes, but they decrease my water. And right now, in terms of food, that's kind of not. Or in terms of nutrients, that's not what I'm missing. Oh, let's see. This hole does seem to lead anywhere, but the question is there another entry point I can use to get better access to the back portion? And how far away is the pod? It's about 500 meters. 500 meters to the north, which means, well, you know, let's go back to the sea track and get it closer. Do. Right. I will try to go through the caves or snaking ways. So this one is a possibility. It leads to a point I've already seen, meaning it shouldn't be too difficult to find the way back. Now, unfortunately, this means that if I just leave right now, I will not find the afterburner. Is this still the exosuit thermal upgrade? Yeah. I'll scan it, but I don't really need it. Okay, we're down here, which means I don't think there's gonna be any monkeys around. Monkey. I need the correct monkey nest. And also, surely they must have noticed. If the Omega Lab was this close, surely they must have noticed Margaret. Noticed her swimming around or something. Maybe Margaret was extremely careful when they were around. This doesn't seem to be leading where I'm supposed to go, but I hope that there is a monkey net. Ah! Even better. There's an artifact with piss tubes. Is it bear? Marine life analyzer. This container might have been used to create small microbiomes for aquatic flora and fauna. Design indicates the following likely usage pattern. Trap and snare small fauna. Get the data on how various organisms responded to treatments and different environmental influences. Use multiple containers to run multiple experiments in parallel. For a moment I thought I lost my scanner, but luckily the monkey did not steal it. However, since there are monkeys around, I feel like there should be a nest around. There isn't. Shame. Ah, it's these guys. Let's see, hang on. Since I have scanned the afterburner, it should say something about it, shouldn't it? Equipment? No. Robotic installation, no. Power, no. Vehicles. Transportation module. Survival? No. Doesn't seem to be it. So, you can only imagine what the afterburner is supposed to do. My imagination has run out, I have no idea what it's supposed to do. Right, oh, what is this? What is this? This is ultra capacity tank. There doesn't seem to be anything around the caves for me. Nothing of extreme use. Oh, I'll prepare to jet off. If I see anything on the way back over, I'll of course grab it, but most likely that's not going to be the case. Unfortunately. Okay. Actually, before I head out, I'm going to repair it, because it's quite possible that this thing is going to be broken. Or injured more, at least. Now the prawn suit. I think it's sustained too much damage. Hasn't sustained any at all. Good boy. Right. I am carrying some metals which I need to deposit. I have some. Oh, hang on.
Sea fluid intake.
I can cook the featherfish. That's gonna be some water, and by
Vital
some
signs
I
stabilizing.
mean barely any, but there is quote-unquote some. As in the battle of the sun. Let's see. Let's just put some pictures here, grab some pustules. No flower spores, I mean. And make more benzene. Benzene. I think it's carcinogenic. That's basically all you need to know. So don't work with it, unless you have to. And if you have to, don't ingest it. Don't get it on your skin. Don't take a cold one with the boys if the cold one is benzene. Right. Chinese potato, that goes in the organics chest. And off we go to find a place. I believe this hairpin turn. Wasn't much of a hairpin turn, but still. Yeah, anyways, this is pointing south, so it should be the correct direction. Taking me past 2 of these monkey nests. Never mind, only 1. Never mind, there were 2. Let's pass this lily pad leaf. Going into total darkness. Try not to draw the attention of any massive beasts. Then over here. Yes, that's the ship. And also a smaller tune than I can scan. The lily pads. You can scan the largest ones like top of the water as well, but it's kind of difficult, and I feel like the open sea is kind of scary when you know it's filled with monsters and when you can't really outrun them. So what I will do is just to... Here we go, son. And it's in to explore the base again. Featherfish. Another area to bust open. Now I can also put like the teleportation tether tool on my hotbar so that in extreme scenarios I can just immediately whip it out and teleport, but I won't. Chinese potato. Chinese potato. Can I have something else that isn't Chinese potatoes? I get it, I have it now. I can plant it. Give me like just straight water. What happened here? I'm running out of oxygen already. This is why I would like to have the ultra-high capacity tank, but that's unfortunately made in the modification station, which I don't have here. These are already decomposing because I've already reached this place. They're not worth eating. There we go. Right, let's enter this hole. I saw it's a wall here that I could enter through. This leads around to a PDA. Captain
Sol
Badass.
should pay me more to lead these missions. I saved the whole damn crew from destruction. Mercury 2 was nearly obliterated by an immensely powerful energy beam.
Yes.
I don't know any weapon system with that level of capability. The power source to get that kind of range must be, well, otherworldly.
Ooh.
We got lucky. The energy signature is similar to some of the weaponry meant to counter pirates on mining freighters.
What?
The refraction of the beam across the atmosphere? Ryan's belt, it looked like the Northern Lights. Such power. I fired the emergency flares and dumped water from the nuclear core.
Okay.
I think the heat signature confused the weapons tracking for just an instant. I managed a slight evasive maneuver, and I felt the Mercury get rocked by the sonic boom as the nuclear runoff rapidly evaporated. That alone could have taken us out.
Okay.
Definitely asking for a pay raise. This is not what I signed up for. My days of risky missions should be behind me. But what the hell? I still got it. Even if it was luck. Hopefully, whatever didn't want us on the planet doesn't mind when we leave.
How did you escape the laser? I really think that that should not be possible. They are changing the game. Or the Lord, who knows. Let's see, where's the rest? Not Altera. I miss my family.
We need to get off this planet. I mean, the morning started out so well. I took a team of 6 out to find the structures from the planetary scans. We were all in high spirits. I mean, who wouldn't be? These structures would be clues to another sentient race. It was highly unlikely that another colony would be out this far. We were going to be in the frickin' history books. Everything was going okay. We were a few miles from the ship when our radios picked up an actual signal. It sounded like an SOS.
Oh, I found that
We
one.
got overly excited naturally and decided to enter the water to follow it. That decision cost 3 lives. I mean, half my team. They got ripped to shreds by something. They died screaming, alone in the cold, dark waters. I'm not going back in that godforsaken ocean again. I refuse.
Well,
Some of the animals on this planet, they look sick too. Weird pustules on the skin, oddly sluggish. I think we should leave. But Diana said we should stay. She thinks the biopatent payoffs will be worth it, but those families will never see their loved ones again. They don't care about no payoffs. We can't return the bodies. I don't care about the accolades or the history books. I just want to see Layla and the kids. Ah, man. I miss the smell of my wife's hair. The kids tackling me at the door again. That's all I want. To get out of here alive.
you didn't.
Please.
Sorry. Diana got her wish, a water grave. Like the pirates. Well, unfortunately for them, there was no way out. Diana was unfortunately wrong in that they wouldn't mind if they tried to leave, because the sick pustules cannot leave this planet. Fortunately, I do not know how many decades before us they were here, but task revolution. The key to total uninterrupted focus on what's important is the ability to unfocus on. I'm not reading this. This is from the Omega Lab. I'm doing this first, and I can get to the Omega Lab stuff later. Right. Yeah, this just leads over the area here. There should be. Yes, here there's one at least. See, this path leads out here again, which I've already been in, so nothing new, and it connects these two areas. Now I have gotten what I was supposed to get here, but what I kind of want to see if there's anything more interesting, any more history. And there's a bridge with another stuff, and Mercury, this thing.
Brian's felt this all went sideways. How could I have known that so much would go wrong? I failed my crew. No, I don't fail. I didn't get into this position by being a failure.
No.
It's this desolate land, frigid and cursed. Between these tunneling creatures and the strange sickness that a few of the crew are showing symptoms of, we have to leave at first light tomorrow. We are prepping for a rapid takeoff. We can't take chances with the vibrations drawing the tunnelers.
Also,
So
we
we're
landed
skipping
on
the
the
systems
ice.
check. Risky, but I have faith in myself and the crew of the Mercury. Landing this thing was practically a miracle, though. But we have to get out of here. Maybe the weapon is to keep people away, but if we leave, it'll let us go.
No.
I have to leave the quarantined crew in the cave behind. We will be back for them, but we can't risk an unknown infection spreading through the Mercury. We're packing survival kits for them, but there's only enough surplus for about 2 weeks. I'm telling them that we will come back, but I don't think I can land here safely twice. I hate this, but I have to leave them behind. I can't risk the entirety of the Mercury.
Well, they can comfort themselves knowing that they would have died anyways, I guess. Well, there's no getting off the Mercury. Subnautic stimulus. Oh, yeah, that's one of those songs. I really like the songs. A lot of the songs they've added, but that one I wasn't too big a fan of it. This leads to the hole here. in the cantina. I'll take a trip back to the sub, take a quick trip around back up there, and hope for the best, but was there any other things? Buster repairs Stefanos, glowing pick maker with Jasmine. I have read both of those, or listened to. I don't read after all. Functionally illiterate, whatever that means. Anyways. I did not scan the parallel processing unit, but I might as well. Put the extra titanium. See here. Do a pretty thorough scan of this area. Nothing. This place seems empty. The rest of this place I have more or less checked, and I don't think there's anything more to find. I also have everything I do need, so... See, there's a hole here that doesn't lead anywhere, so it doesn't really matter. There is the door here. I could potentially look through there a bit more, because I have a feeling I might not have fully explored this region. There's a grow bed, there's more Chinese potatoes. Oh,
man.
Elliot.
This is every xenolinguist's dream. I mean, I was helping with the planetary scans, and there are possible unknown structures on the surface. This could set my career up for life. The images are a little degraded coming through the atmosphere, but it looks like intentional and complex architecture, which means civilization, and civilization means language. Oh,
usually, yeah.
And now most of the crew wants to get home. I understand that, but this could be a defining discovery. I'm definitely going to put a bug in Diana's ear about going to the surface so I can take a team to explore.
Elliot?
I desperately hope this pans out. Oh, I can't wait till we get into communication range with Soul again. Layla and the kids would love to hear this. I mean, it's rough being away from so long, but this might just make it worth it. I'll be able to give them so much more.
Depleted uranium. Where am I? I am behind the door. Okay, so this seems to be... Okay, now I can't link it. That's just another parallel processing unit. Okay, so more parallel processing units, uranium and stuff.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Well, but it's annoying that it's only this way, because it's not enough oxygen to dive that deep. I'll drive the sea truck around to the other side and see if there's an entrance. Problem is that I can't see what I'm driving, so I don't know if I'm hitting something, even though I can assume that I am. Right. Okay, driving around that side is slower than just crossing the top. Well, crossing the top is difficult when I'm stuck on something. Right. Okay, so this ship was ripped cleanly in half. Fascinating. The power of the quarantine enforcement platform. There's a shark of some kind, I don't like that. Hopefully there's an entrance here that I can use, but if not... It doesn't seem to be. Well, potentially there. No. How is that? Looks strange, but I can't make heads or tails of it. Okay, and the rear structure of this thing has also no holes or gaps. The top structure. Yeah, actually. Yes, yes. Alright. We have an entrance. Reach and clear. Oh, and also before I do that, let's actually empty my inventory so I can actually bring some stuff back. Components, none. This thing, reactor fuel rods, titanium.
Seek fluid intake.
I have the spy painting on me. Oh, I actually do have water now.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And I don't need to bring around that much food. I'll keep... Let's see, how many floating spores do I have left? I'll keep those around just in case I can find a way to... I cannot replant them. But there is a possibility that they can be used for something else, so I'll keep them around. Let's dump the potatoes because they are literally pointless. And we get in here. The other side of the room with the nuclear things. And since I don't have the... what's it called again? The propulsion cannon, I cannot enter. Synthetic fibers, sweet. Having access to that without having to make it is nice. Let's see. This is definitely another uranium. PDA.
I'm alive. Stefanos saved me. The Mercury attempted an emergency takeoff and everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well, was short-handed because of everything.
Yeah.
I heard the sound of metal tearing and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship.
Ooh.
People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clipped into my sea tinker. Stefanos came out of nowhere, like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine, the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed. He said, I gotcha. Just follow me, Ella. I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core, the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black. He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline has long since worn off and my body aches. I think I might have fractured a rib. I'm gonna shut my eyes for a bit. When I wake up, I'll figure this out. I'll save us.
Probably not. Not forever. The contagion. Huh. There was an entrance back here. Power cell. Wiring kit. Roots. This place is old. Right. One last oxygen refilling. And then it's off to disable the sonar array. Or the bob in the sky. This is the last section of the ship, I believe. In here. Behind this door there's some more stuff, but I cannot enter it and I don't really need what's inside there. Let's see here. Reactor bulkhead, probably, possibly, who knows? Featherfish, nothing more. let's return to the ship. And then return to the base.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I know. Yeah. Let's leave. Off to the Delta Station docks. This is gonna take forever. I really need the horsepower boosters. I need probably like 2 upgrades. Oh. Very dark waters. Enemies could jump at me from anywhere, from any time. And I'd be helpless. If they strike me, I'll be anti-powered for a couple of seconds. I'll wail at my ship. I'll leave. Then it's the same process all over again. It hit me. Power's out. Oxygen dropping. Power back. First part of the Mercury. Let's get past it. It hit me again. Shit. Okay, I'm going to rise to the top. There's no reason trekking along the bottom. I know these waters. These waters are free of any large creatures that would instantly decimate my sea trek. However, it's filled with smaller ones that would annoy me. Now I can't go any higher than this. There's the antenna, or whatever it's called. Scanning for signs of Margaret. It's the thing I need to turn off. Glad. I haven't checked the recipe for the parallel processing unit, but I doubt it's going to require anything I don't have. It requires gold. It's exceedingly cheap. Gold, silver, and a temple coral. The expensive part is the test module. Right. There's the docks, which means my home should be about this way. Ah, it's there. Wait. Got home safe. Now we just need to park this thing. Jerking it. Jerking the stick. Oh. And brilliant. Flickering lights, not fun. Okay, let's start by unloading components that I will definitely not need further on, like all my mining kits. So do I have no titanium on me? I don't like that. Conductors, copper wire is an excellent conductor. Poison, lighting kit, it's a dangerous poison. And no proper sorting system down here, but I'm going to need this. I'm gonna need the kyanite. I'm gonna need two titanium ingots. I'm gonna need lubricant. I'm going to need more lithium, but I should hopefully have enough lithium in storage. Yes, I do. Right, let's get to work. Step 1. 2 plastic ingots. And then 3 pieces of nickel. Which is found in one of these lockers. And these pictures I need to take. Let's see, yeah, I do not need to bring... I can leave these behind there. Just to give myself some extra room. Right, oh, second part. Here's all. I need to unlock my sea truck to remove the depth upgrade. And I need to exit behind here to get the upgrade of the pawn suit. Also need to empty it of silver. You know what, I might as well just park this in the moon pool for now. Let's see here, the depth upgrade. There was also the exosuit upgrade, which is going to take some more kyanite. Let's see, the sea truck is now... Oh, that actually requires 3 nickel ore, and then 2 kyanite. So... or another 1 kyanite, more like. Most of which are in the rare minerals chest. And it was also the fact... again. Let's see. Do this. Let it swing. Leave the dock. I'm gonna need to also make the 2 horsepower upgrades I want, which would cost, I believe they were a lubricant and a lithium, and advanced wiring kit. See, the upgrades are here. Let's just I don't really want to drop that thing, but whatever. Right. 2 advanced wiring kits is cheap. However, what I need to make more of is the... Let's just temporarily... Let's get decorating. Brain picture, virus. Brain picture, art. Picture of my sister and probably girlfriend. There we go. That was everything I needed. Drop these. I'm going to make another computer chip, which is... I have hydrochloric acid. Why do I have that? Conductors. Wrong order. But still I also need to take this. So do this. Swing. Two of these. Advanced wiring kit. Computer chip. No, it was not a plastic ingot each upgrade, was it? No, just this and lithium. Horsepower. I need to get another lubricant from downstairs. Horsepower upgrade. Will be it for that. Then I'm also going to grab the piece of lithium and equip my oxygen. There we go. The swim charge fins, I also should probably make that. Which was a polyaniline. The swim fins are like battery or power cell. Either way, I probably had it. Oh yeah, that was alright. I was also supposed to make the exosuit upgrade, which required... And a wiring kit, yes. Let's see here. Pins. Sweet. Now I think it's thundering upstairs. I really wish I was looking at that. The prawn suit, reactor upgrade, 2 kyanite, a wiring kit, and 2 polyaniline. I have 1 salt in storage. How much is it for the water thingy? Water filtration machine is 3 titanium, a copper wire, and an aerogel. Exceedingly cheap. I don't know how quickly that's going to make salt, which is the main component I'm after now, but anyways. So this might be a bit tight to go around. My bulkhead, 3 titanium and a silicon rubber. Silicon rubber, silicon rubber. Let's see here. Let's install a bulkhead where it would make some sense. Like in the seal between this thing, and I'll open it, leave it open because I don't need to have it close. Because the base is still flooding, I look for my repair tool.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated.
Sweet. Then that's it. Lithium landed there. Let's see, what does the horsepower upgrade says? It just says it. Oh. Of course I can only use 1. Well, it seems to be going quite quickly anyways, so it's fine. Right, let's see. Wiring kit. Help. Not this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, minerals. I'll take the titanium. I'll move the reactor cores because that's one thing I'll definitely not need in this place. Right, let's see. First step, hydrochloric acid. And the 2 gold for the polyaniline, which I'll need. The 2 kyanite, which should be upstairs, come to think of it. I'll only need 1 gold, so I can drop that. Let's see, this one is on 30% salt. So I'll just wait for that to be done. In the meantime, I'll deposit 2 power cells. I do not need 4, so bring along. And I'll head outside to build myself a planting pot. Also realize I can just scrap the scrap all that they have on me, so I probably should do that first. Ooh. Construction kit. Right, I have no... Oh, I have nothing under here. I have some of the cylinders. exterior grow bed.
The grow bed lets you grow plants and vegetables, providing flavorful options for evading scurvy.
Right. Young cotton anemone. You know what? I'll just do this. Plant all of them. I accidentally broke one, but that's fine. And I'll plant everything I have a seed for that goes outside. Like gel sack, spiral clipping I don't have. Yes, calories, sure, I'll look into it. See, there should be some seeds in the thing outside. I don't think I can plant a pustule. I'll bring a pustule in case I can. No, I can't plant pustules, those are massive roots. I will not be able to plant those. Flowers I doubt I'll also be able to plant. The antenna seed I'll plant. The young cotton anemone seed. The Chinese potato I cannot plant here anyways.
Vital signs stabilizing.
60% salt, good. I also need to go and get a big seed called thing. You can strike them twice without breaking them, but I intended to plant them as many as possible, so it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah. None of the parts I've developed so far need any of those, so it's fine, but I want to prepare for the eventuality that one of them is going to need that, so... Spiral clippings, I should probably bring like a handful of all the sea crack. Drop some silicone rubber and fiber mesh. I should just have a base variety of at least pre-prepared resources that I can't find out in the field. And some things that I could find out in the field but might not find out in the field. Finding kit. Locker. Reactor opened. I could be. What's the cost of a nuclear reactor again? Lead. Nah, I can't afford it. Lead is the defining factor that says no, you cannot afford this. So, yes, I was supposed to make something else. Or I forget, I was also supposed to make the parallel processing unit, which is called zero codable tablet, and then it's tied to lead. I need lead. We're off to see the depths, the wonderful depths of land. Oh, this region has salt, come to think of it. Begone, creatures of the night. Argentite, limestone. Limestone is not the name, if I'm not mistaken. This just leads down here again, which I don't need to be because I'm pretty sure I've drained the entire area of all the lead that exists. Right, Galena. Please, 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 please. Okay, first step, I need to empty out a bunch of the silver in here so that I actually have room for all the stuff I'm supposed to pick up. And I'll make sure to grab a decent amount of salt so that I can just use up the anemones. Have I been here? I have no memories of this chasm of sea tracks. There's lithium down here,
Passing 100 meters.
which is nice. There's a fumarole, which I might as well scan. Fumarole. A sleeper module fragment, oh boy. That's the fumarole. Never mind, where is the fumarole? Fumarole disappeared. Fumarole. These blister-like fumaroles are vents for steam and volcanic gases that cycle through stages of accumulation and release in hidden chambers deep beneath the ocean floor. The gas mixture emitted by fumarole typically contains carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide, sourced directly from bodies from magma. Vibrant, violent explosives seen here get their distinctive purple hue from the additional presence of gaseous iodine in the mixture. Cool. Salt. A box. A hidden chest of first aid kit. And batteries. But don't punch batteries, that's not a good idea. Ooh, a box. What's this? Please no titanium.
New blueprint synthesized.
Booster tank. I have a feeling that's like the opposite, yeah. The opposite of the high capacity tank. Instead of having more oxygen, you just waste your oxygen. Is this another sleeper module? Is this the third and final sleeper module? Yes. Will I make a sleeper module? Probably not. Begone! Begone, foul creature! Begone, foul creature! Begone, foul Leviathan class creature! Ah, you... I can't stay here. Why do they sometimes appear? Delta Station Docks, Delta Station Docks. Please give me Galena. Okay, right. I should be out of range so that I can repair this thing. And that was a bit annoying. Don't like just suddenly appearing in the mouth of a Leviathan. It's realistic I've been going for a little bit longer than I originally intended, but I still need to finish this thing that I started on, which means I need lead. With this thing I'll start a building. I haven't deposited any lead into it, have I? No. I basically said, hey, I'm going to build this thing, and I'm never done. Galena. Where is my Galena? What is this? Sea track fragments. Argentite. Argentite. Galena. Why did it be titanium? Galena. Lead. Okay, we're done. Get back to the base. I don't want to be here anymore. And by the time I come back, there should also be some water and or salt, at least potentially water done, so that I can finish off the exothermo suit upgrade thingamabobba. And with that, I can finally start powering my suit, assuming it's hot enough. Right, okay, first of all, open storage, deposit the excess silver, grab the lead. Parallel processing unit. The stove drive module. Salt and water. So, I don't need to carry this silver, let's immediately dump it in this chest where it belongs. Before I grab all the salt I got and start making the hydrochloric acid. I'm just going to use all of them up, because now I've planted extra, so I don't need to carry these around. Also, I don't know how much of this I'm going to need, but anyways. Polyaniline. Create the exo suit thermal reactor. Grab the remaining of this needed. Make all the hydrochloric acid. Yum yum. And then I'm going to leave 3 behind here. I'm actually going to leave 4 behind here since I have the plants to make more here at base. And with that, I now have exothermal suit upgrade for the crown suit, and I cannot jump out this way. Right, 1100 meters. Now, time to empty out the crown suit before I head up to disable the radio tower. A lot of silver, which mostly don't. I mean, I could just start making a bunch of power cells because like there's not really much else to do with it. Not that I can think of, at least. Let's see, did I bring? Yes, I brought the test override module. Oop. So now it's just to navigate this big snowy area, which should be nice and easily. Whoa. Okay, the jumping ability on this thing is a bit too high. Is this crystalline sulfur? I mean, I might as well take it. Don't have that many samples of crystalline sulfur. And even though they are easily accessible, I wanna. There we are. Finally. We Yes, I need to add the module. Where is the module? Is it? Hey, thanks for following, Daniel. Let's see, where do I put in? Hey, doing good. Pick up the test override module and get done with this thing.
Great. Now back to the terminal.
Whee! Ouch. Enter test mode.
Do it. Please work.
More way. Ooh. Hey, it's done. Oh, wait, what?
Yes. Satellite is down.
Huh?
I am impressed. That was most resourceful.
What do you mean satellite's down? Okay. What? If you say so. That was surprisingly easy. Ah, Margaret.
Alright, Altera. You win this round. Come find me at my greenhouse. I'm about a kilometer east of your position up on an iceberg. I have a present for you.
I'll come by if I have time.
Sure, whatever. If you have time for me in your busy social calendar.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I am reading chat. I'm just also trying to get focused on what's happening in the game. Sorry. Yeah, I'm from Norway. It's honestly, I'm not too get the reading chat bit is one point I'm a bit bad when it comes to streaming, because I don't know what to say most of the time, and I don't know how to respond, how to bring this, bring the further the conversation. Speech is also not my greatest feat, you may be able to tell. Right. Time to deposit any reactor rods. I do not need those. Batteries, many at least. Let's see, what other tools should I swap the batteries off? Oh wait, hang on. I'm out of fresh batteries. Right, do that. And with that, it's only the repair tool which has to build. Yep, there we go. Now I just need to wait. And wait, I didn't finish the executive toy? I guess I need magnetize. I probably did not have that at the time. Well, that's fine. I can fix that now.
The anti-gravity pendulum of this executive meditation tool spins indefinitely by conserving momentum and recycling energy.
Right. That doesn't work. I know enough about the carnal machines to know that that should be theoretically impossible. The whatever functioning machine does not work, but also that might have like just a small power draw. Also, that spin around should definitely not work. It's cheating. Whatever. Not important. Let's put the necklace back. There we go. Yeah. I think that's a good point to end. I'll need to hook up with... No, wait, no. Meet up with Margaret next time. And probably head into the depths of the Leviathan-filled area. Try to see if I can find anything of interest down there. But that's for next time, because now I'm EP. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Really scared of someone by not focusing enough on chat. I'm sorry.